So again, here's our rules for how to figure out how many valence electrons looking at the periodic table. Group 1, all these have 1 valence electron. Group 2, all these have 2. Skipping over this little valley here, group 13, those have 3. Keep going up by 1 for each group. 14 has 4, 15 has 5, 16 has 6, 17 has 7, and 18 has 8. Now you may be wondering, why is this 2 up here in the right hand corner if 18 is supposed to have 8 valence electrons? So let's look at what that element is. If we look at our periodic table, the very top right element is helium. Helium has an atomic number of 2. So if I put 2 electrons, because there's 2 protons on this atom, there's obviously not 8. But what I do see is this first energy level is full, and that's the key. The first energy level only has 2 electrons. If it's full, then it matches all these other ones that have 8, because after that, it needs to have 8 on its energy level to be full. So helium is an exception because it can only have 2, and it only has 2 on the first energy level. So they may not all have 8, but group 18, they all have full outer shells of electrons. Last thing we need to talk about is dot diagrams. Now, a dot diagram is very simple. You just write the symbol of the element, and then you put 1 dot for every valence electron it has. So let's look at hydrogen and anything in group 1, to be honest. Group 1, these are our dot diagrams for these elements. Notice, each one only has 1 dot for the 1 valence electron. Group 2, we've got 2 dots for 2 valence electrons. And notice how I don't put the dots beside each other. I put it on the opposite side, or just any side that's not the side that the dot is already on, if that makes sense. Don't pair up any electrons until you've filled up all 4 sides. That is very important for what we're going to talk about later after this unit. So 2 has 2 dots. They're not beside each other. 13 has 3 valence electrons, so 3 dots. And notice there are no pairs. I haven't doubled up yet. 14 has 4, so I put 1 on each side of my symbol. Again, nothing's paired up yet because I have yet to fill up all my sides. After 4, though, all 4 sides are full. So when I get to 15, which has 5 valence electrons, now I have to start doubling up. So I have 3 and then 1 pair, and that makes 5. 16 has 6 valence electrons, so there's another double up to make 6. 17, that group 17 has 7 valence electrons, so it's got 7. It's got 3 pairs and 1 lone electron. And then, of course, group 18 should have a full outer energy level, and so these all have 8. But again, this exception is helium. Helium has 2, so I just put 2 dots.